Hey everybody, welcome back to A Cow's Opinion, where I, the cow, look over the latest and greatest in video game news to give you my opinion. Don't get too butthurt, it is A Cow's Opinion, it's a moo point. Ladies and gentlemen, today, Project Q had more of the curtains drawn back because PlayStation revealed their first remote play device, which they are calling the PlayStation Portal. Now, you've probably seen this. It's the very nice screen with two halves of a controller wedged to each side. It's kind of reminiscent of the Switch design, but obviously instead of coming up with like its own dedicated handheld, they've used the technology they have on their controller and just melded it to a very high tech screen. And I want to talk about this because there's some things that were disappointing to me and there's some things that were not so disappointing to me. First of all, most impressive, it's $199. Now, there were rumors this was going to be costing a lot more. So just off of the PlayStation blog itself, since launching PS5, we've been amazed to see how players around the world have embraced the generational leaps we made in the gaming experience, such as the heightened feeling of immersion delivered by haptic feedback and adaptive triggers in the DualSense wireless controller. Our PlayStation community continues to give us a reason to challenge ourselves to bring new innovations to the market for all players to enjoy. That's why today we are especially pleased to share new updates about our upcoming hardware products. So back in May, they gave the peek at it, which it's now called the PlayStation Portal, which makes sense. It's kind of phonetically pleasing. Remote player. Now, remote player is something we will get into, and it's very important. It's a very big distinction from the Steam Deck and from the Switch. We'll get into that in a second. And their first wireless earbuds, which are Pulse Explore. That one's a little weird. They also have the new over-the-ear wireless bud, the Pulse Elite, to deliver low-latency, lossless audio from PS5 and PlayStation Portable using the new PlayStation Link wireless technology. So basically, they have new headsets if you want to not use your TV speakers. And so here's the remote player. They are promising an 8-inch LCD screen of 1080p resolution at 60 frames. Obviously, if the game does not run at that, most PlayStation 5 games are going to hit that. But obviously, that's the max it's capable of. Looks nice. Later this year for $199 USD, about 220 euros, 199 British pounds, and just under 30,000 yen, which is, about the same given. They also took the time to, not just for PlayStation Portal, but also for their new headsets for your PlayStation as well. You can, jack in or sync these to your controller on your PlayStation. So we got the wireless Elite headsets. They look very nice. Charging hanger is also included for convenient charging and storage options. They've got a picture of it down here in a second. And then they also have that's the Pulse Elite is the headset. The Pulse Explore are little earbuds right here. There's your charger for the earbuds. There's your charging station for the headset. So you can just mount this like on a wall. And I like that because it, keeps them out of the way. Now you have to use the USB adapter that's included. Sold separate, will also be sold separately as a standalone item. Can be used on PC and Mac if you decide you want the sound products for you. Now here's a very important. Well, obviously the haptic feedback and the triggers are only available if the game supports those. So a lot of third-party titles aren't going to. That's to be expected. How much are these again? So the headset is going to be. The Pulse Elite, which is the headset, is $150 USD and approximate in your other regions. Your Pulse Explore is $200, as to be expected. Small wireless earbuds are more expensive than a wireless headset. $200 USD and regional equivalents. And they'll have more details to share soon, including when pre-orders begin and the launch dates. I think they'll try to get this out for Christmas. So haptic feedback and adaptive triggers only available when those features are supported. Here's the thing. And, of course, a VR headset or additional peripherals are not compatible if it is required, blah, blah, blah. Games that must be streamed on PlayStation 5 using a PlayStation Plus Premium membership are not compatible, as well as requires broadband internet Wi-Fi with at least 5 megabytes per second. Better play experience, high speed of at least 15 is recommended. That's the thing that I want to get into. That's the thing that's going to make this not as good as your Switch, not as good as your Steam Deck. So we have Kotaku, we've got Video Game Chronicles to help me out with this. So it's PlayStation Portal is $200. That's a lot better than I thought. And using your remote play lets you stream a game running on your PlayStation 5 to a smartphone or PC. And the device was built as a way to take your PS5 games with you while still using the dual sensor controller features, provided you had access to Wi-Fi. And of course, you had your PS5 somewhere plugged in, turned on, connected to the internet. Today, that device is unveiled, and it's losing the projectq delineation for the PlayStation Portal. They call it less snappy, which I know. Has the 3.5mm audio jack, which is good because that means that you don't have to spend another $150-$200 on wireless headset stuff or earbuds if you don't want to. If you have headsets that support the 3.5mm jack, you can use that. The 8-inch LCD screen is nice. The 1080p and the 6 FPS is good. But here's the point. Unlike the Switch or Steam Deck, the PlayStation Portable cannot run the games. This is not a game system. This is a controller and a screen. But the reason why it looks so sleek and sexy is because this has no hardware in it, okay? This cannot run your game. You have to be connected to the internet and your PS5 as well. And the device requires, again, 5 megabytes per second, and 15 is ideal. It will not use any local processing power except what's required to transfer the streamed image. The thing cannot run games. You cannot load games onto it. You cannot do any of that with this. This is not I want to take my PlayStation games on the go. No. This is, I want to be at my house and I want to be not on my couch with my computer monitor or my big screen TV. This is not a streaming device that can run it by itself. You need a PS5. This is not, I'm going to be on a 5-hour flight and I need something to do. This is not that. And the PlayStation Portable does not support audio over Bluetooth. So for the wireless technologies, you are kind of dependent on them. There's a reason why they're forcing you onto the Post Elite and the Post Explorer. Because, there's no Bluetooth. There's no major hardware in this thing. It has nothing. I'm not saying it sucks. I'm just letting you guys know. If you think that this is like PlayStation Switch equivalent, it's not. There's a reason why they called it a remote player. The device does not play video games. It streams them from a PS5 you already have, as we can see on this article on Video Game Chronicles as well. It's the perfect device for gamers in households where they might need to share their living room TV or simply want to play PS5 games in another room of the house. Not a device to play PlayStation 5. This is a remote playing device. It connects to the PS5. So, this is kind of not what people were hoping for. Also, VR2 games require the headset, and games streamed through PlayStation Plus's premium cloud streaming are not supported. Again, games that must be streamed on the PS5 with your premium membership are not compatible. So let's get into the couple of things first. The price of the device is not terrible. It's a high-quality screen. It's a PlayStation controller. It's got a decent jack. 1080p, 60 FPS. $200 is a lot better than I thought it would be. It is not as bad as I thought it would be. And also, this stuff sounds great at first. Wireless headset, wireless earbuds. If you live in a house where people don't want to hear you game, or you just want to not be blaring your speakers, you got this. It's got cool charging options. I love the look of it. I think the look is not of the audio options are not bad. This is less good, but still good. I don't know where the home button thing that you press in is. I guess maybe the screen functions at it sometimes, or maybe it's mounted on the back. It doesn't really tell you, and it doesn't show it. But let's get into the downsides, because there are significant downsides to this. And the biggest one is that this is a remote play handheld. It is not a device to put your stuff on. I keep saying it, and somebody's going, Cal thinks we're stupid. I don't think you're stupid. I think people are accidentally going to buy this for the wrong reasons. Guys, this is not... You cannot load any games onto this. What has to happen is that you have to use your Wi-Fi, first of all, to get your PlayStation 5 online. Then you also have to use your Wi-Fi to get this. That's why they recommend 5, but prefer 15 megabytes per second. 2 devices need to stream the games for this to appear on your screen. The PlayStation has to stream it to this. And that's why they also say that your premium PlayStation 5 pass cannot be, because the PlayStation 5 has to stream to this. And this has no hardware, which means that the PlayStation 5 cannot simultaneously stream the game from online and then also stream it to this handheld screen. It cannot do that. That is way too much. And so I'm sure that they thought about it for a while, but for reasons, it cannot do that. As well as the notice that you cannot use Bluetooth. If you have your own high quality wireless headset, which a lot of gamers do, this isn't going to work for you. There's a reason why they included the nice 3.5mm jack, which is, a decent standard option for people to have for your wired headsets, or a wired broadcaster for your own earbuds, because guess what? No Bluetooth. They couldn't fit Bluetooth. It's a screen and a controller put on it. Okay? This is not a pick up and go machine. I don't want you guys to spend $200 and then be disappointed with what you have. I'm not saying it sucks. This is good in households where there is limited TV time. If you have a wife or a husband who do not game, if you've got kids who want to watch Netflix, if you got a roommate who always has people over and they're watching TV, this is not a bad option for you if you want to get your gaming time in. Because you can say, hey, give me 2 minutes, turn on your PlayStation, link your portal to it, a nice little, what do they call it again? Remote play handheld. It's not a true handheld, guys. It's only a remote play. And you can stream it to yourself in your room. You'll have wireless headsets or a wired jack so that you can have sound and you can block out the sound from another room. So if you have limited TV time for your PlayStation 5, this is not a terrible option for you. But if you're like me and you can just use your PlayStation 5 on your TV or your computer monitor whenever you want, in whatever room you desire, there is no reason to get this. If you're looking for high quality sound, I can understand getting the nice little Pulse Elite and Pulse Explorer. Don't know why those are the names, but those are the names. Those are not terrible options. But again, I think overall, this does not impress me that much. The price is not bad. $200 is better. I thought it was going to be at least $300. I'm not going to lie. Sony and Microsoft can charge a lot for their hardware. The price is good, but when I get into the nitty-gritty of this, I'm not terribly impressed for the majority of gamers. It can't play games on its own. You have to use your PS5. You can't use Bluetooth with your own high-quality remote. They're going to lose a lot of money on people who are like, I've already got my own Bluetooth headset. I don't want to buy another $200 headset or earbuds. I've got my own. They're going to lose some money on that. Maybe they're just trying to get into the audio market. And the 5 to 15 megabytes per second, I'm not sure how good or bad that is. Because I don't know what the average gamer is not terrible, but I don't know what the average household has for wireless interconnection. I mean, as more and more streaming stuff comes online, it's going up. So I don't think it's terrible, but if you live in a household where people are streaming constantly, you might be fighting for a little bit of bandwidth. But the biggest problem, I think, is that the PlayStation Plus subscription cannot be used with this. Because again, the PS5 has to stream it to the portal, the portable portal. That's why they call it portal, because it sounds so close to portable. They really didn't. I mean, it's a name. It's not terrible. But the PlayStation 5 cannot stream to itself and to this. So you're going to need a disc, or you're going to need the game downloaded. Anything that you're getting off PlayStation Plus, you better fight for that TV time. I just don't think it offers a lot, guys, for, again, $200 price point is not terrible in the world of gaming for your hobby. But for $200, it can't go on the go. It can't work with any Bluetooth. It can't stream from your PlayStation Plus subscription membership. And you need to maintain a constant wireless connection with 2 devices to get it instead of just one. When with my Switch, the Switch does it by itself. With my Steam Deck, the Steam Deck is fine. I just don't think I know that they're trying to get into it because, like, oh, look at this, Nintendo's making a lot of money. Oh, man, Steam put out their own hardware for their own PC gaming, and the fans are loving it. Let's put this out there. But I don't think that they put enough features and put enough hardware into this thing to really crack the market. I mean, there might be a decent number of PlayStation. I could be wrong. There might be a decent number of PlayStation faithful who, I don't want to call you fanboys, just, really hardcore PlayStation players like, yes, this is what I want. But you can't be playing a PlayStation game on this and somebody else playing on the PS5, which is, I think, what a lot of people were hoping for. It's like, oh, I'm going to have 2 PlayStations, and that's not what we got. So, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think. Are you excited for this? Look, again, there are some households, limited screen time, this is going to kill. But in the cow's house and maybe your own, that $200 is not going into that. That $200 is going into to some games for the channel, because we've been playing a lot of games for the channel. And Daddy Cow saw the Space Marine preview today, and I want to play that for the channel. We're going to play this winter. This winter, we do it for the Emperor. But let me know again in the comments below what you think. Does this impress you? Do you want this? Do you think it's good? Let me know down below. And play more games, because games are awesome, and you, yes, you deserve some of that awesome. And I'll see you next time.